Traditional laser tag is also known as blacklight laser tag. It's the colorful laser tag. The application typically is for a younger generation. They don't really have a lot of missions. It's more of a kids go in there and they have a great time. It's a team versus team. Typically very, very colorful. The guns are typically more phaser-like. As a matter of fact, they call them blasters. And so that's traditional. What's remained virtually untrained for the last 30 years is traditional laser tag. There was a separation between traditional laser tag and tactical, which started as an outdoor laser tag. Now it's played indoor and outdoor, but it's more of a mission-oriented game. So it's not just the laser tag portion of it, but it's the accomplishment of a mission. And it typically takes a lot more coordination by a team. It takes more communication by a team. Therefore, it's a bit more complex and a bit more aimed towards older demographic. Laser tag typically has been very specific to a demographic. So if you have a location, let's say you rent it and you're open 12 or 14 hours a day, a lot of times your client will fall off. We call that the pre or post dinner time dive. A post dinner time dive is typically when the younger client goes home, right? He's got to go eat dinner. He's not coming back to your field. 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock p.m., your field is empty. With tactical laser tag, we're oriented towards an older demographic. What that means is that when one of those is going home, the other one is coming in. So two different types of equipment, and now all of a sudden you're open till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, selling beer, selling wine. So you're running that same facility, but you've expanded your revenue hours. So you can even double, 40% more or less is what we've seen so far with clients that do hybrid laser tag. Hybrid laser tag means that you don't have a break in your business hours because you're using a different tool for a different demographic. So what it literally means is we're going to combine the traditional laser tag aspect for your younger crowd, and then with very minimal changes to your field, smoke it up, a little sexy music, a little heart pounding. Now you have an older crowd, and now they're going to keep you open until 1 o'clock. So it's literally the hybrid. People love laser tag, but when they get older, they kind of get away from that traditional aspect. But they want to come back to laser tag, so you have to give them something to come back to. So you want your kids to be your cadets to grow into your older players, and you want your older players to continue to return playing something more complex like tactical laser tag. Tactical laser tag is mission-oriented. Since it's mission-oriented, you have to have a mission. In those missions, we have different items that we use, such as the bell that you see behind me. That's a great game where you're actually shooting at the bell, and the bell is always in a position that's very difficult to get to. So not only does your team have to defend you and allow you to shoot the bell to score, but you also have to control the other team. We use the shock belt, for example. Shock belts are great for the appropriate players. It slows the game down. It gives you a very real feedback, and so nobody's running and gunning. We use headbands in zombie and medic mode. What those do is, as a zombie, without touching a client, you can have someone on your field be a zombie, and it gets close to the player, and it starts to bite the player, right? Or we use medic, to where you're accomplishing a mission. When you're tagged out, instead of going back to a respawn spot, you take a knee, you scream medic. Only one player can run and put the players back into the game. So we try to use these elements to try to make the game more complex, and the more complex the game is, the more communication, the more time it takes, the more enjoyment, the more time the client spends on the field. What we do at ICOMBAT is develop tools so that the operator can mix and match depending on what he's doing. If you only want to use one set of equipment, you can. If you want to use two, you can use both. You want to use software, you can. You don't want to use software, you don't have to. So what we do is we create a bespoke solution for every client. You tell me what it is that you need. You tell me where you're at, where you're located, what your demographic is, and I will provide a package for you that will best fit that opportunity. Mobile laser tag, outdoor laser tag, tactical laser tag. So it's kind of how it's split away. Mobile means that I can take the party to anyone. I can go to a school, I can go to a birthday party, and for a very small initial investment, you can buy all that you need to create your own business as a mobile laser tag operator. In order to be mobile, you need the equipment to be infallible. You need it to be simple so you can explain it. You need to be able to offer the client immediate satisfaction with providing scores and that kind of feedback. So mobile laser tag allows an operator with a very limited budget to begin his career in laser tag. Some of them stay in mobile forever. Typically they like to move indoor, but the mobile equipment needs to be weather resistant, easy to use, and the clients have to be able to love that experience that you provide for them in their own household. So we update the software to our guns at least once a month. What that means is that new features as they come in are downloadable to your guns. So as we learn and as we add things to the guns just get better and better. Our original pieces of equipment, which are 10 years old, are still out in the field and they're still updatable, which means that everything that we've done so far is backwards and forwards compatible. DMX and audio integration is probably one of the bigger things that we did this year. It allows you to really do that 10x experience on your field. We're talking about triggers, light triggers, audio triggers, things like first blood, things to pump up your crowd, smoke machines. So the DMX and audio are controlled by a mosaic. This allows you to map a mission and create audio cues and visual cues. Imagine starting a mission with daylight. Slowly, it progresses to nighttime. Imagine matching white, brilliant light with artillery sounds. So it really allows you to tie the experience together because everything is part of the experience. 10x is super important to laser tag. We like to develop a relationship with the client. Some of our clients have been our clients since the very beginning. Indoor Extreme Sports, for example, was a client of ours 9 years ago, almost a decade. And what we like to do is provide the service and support that's necessary not only for the equipment, but for the business. What that means is we can do everything from the 1-year warranty repair. We can train you in operations. We can train you in how to best use the equipment in your environment. We can train you how to maintain the equipment, which means that you don't have to send it back if there is a repair that's necessary. You're just buying parts. We can design your laser tag field. We can show you how we would best use the field that you have by allowing you to design a flow that's best for the game. And we've done that through learning, through our own fields, right? Through our own mistakes. So you get the benefit of not only getting the support on hardware, getting support on software. We offer business support. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that you stay in business profitably for as long as possible, and we can only do that if we're partners. We Are Laser Tag means to us that we are a company that loves laser tag. Regardless of the way you use it, we'll make it for you.